It's an amazing day, and you are welcome to the Ladies in Media Show, the only show that celebrates women in media. My name is Margaret Barden. Today, we are going to have a conversation with an amazing woman. She is a TV personality, she is a style coach, and a public speaker. Be reminded that today, our question of the day is how to find your niche as a young female personality. How to find your niche as a young female personality. Let's go for a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. If you're just tuning, you are here watching the Ladies in Media Show. And today I'm so fortunate and privileged to be seated with one of Ghana's outstanding TV personality. She is called Miss Nancy Adobea Anane. Hello, Ma.
Hi.
Please, how are you doing?
I'm nice. How are you too?
I'm well. I'm so excited to finally meet you.
I'm glad. I just listened to your intro. I've never watched you. I love your confidence and you got me here. So you are purposeful.
Thank you, Miss Nancy, for gracing my invitation. So when you say Miss Nancy, who are you?
I'm Miss Nancy. I'm just a woman.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm a mother. I'm a Christian. I'm a purposeful woman, and I'm excited that I'm one of the people that God chose to have this career and to make the kind of impact that I'm making. For me, life is only enviable by the number of lives you touch and impact positively. Nothing beyond that. So simply, that's who I am. I am very humble, I think even very humbly. Yes. And I'm a goal-getter, but I'm not unhealthily competitive. Yes, I want to see progress in my life on a daily basis. I want to know that yesterday I was standing here, today I took just one foot forward, and yet I'm not standing at where I used to stand yesterday. I am not the kind of person that thinks that I need to run and go a mile before I can celebrate my successes or appreciate how far I've come. So I'm a believer of progress. That life is not instant noodles. Life is progress where you put time and energy into making a meal. And at the end of the day, you have a very healthy, tasty meal that you love and the people around you love too.
So how was growing up like for you?
We're four. My mom is late. God bless her soul. Yasewa. Yes, and my wonderful father. My dad is very humble, very contented, on Penehwasem, kind of daddy, spirit-filled, tongue-talking, charismatic Christian. My mom too. My mom was warm. She was loving. She was stylish.
Oh.
And my mom loved good things. I'm one of the few people that believe that if this is for you, it will come to you by all means. If this is who you are, your steps will be directed. And as I tell my story, you would understand why I feel so.
What school did you attend?
So I went to Marthas of Uganda, one of the finest schools in Kumasi.
Oh,
yes.
So you actually grew up in Kumasi?
I was born and brought up in Kumasi. I've been in Accra for maximum 10 years.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
Just 10 years. I was born and brought up in Kumasi. And, I schooled Mothers of Uganda, primary to JHS, and that's why my 2 or 3 best friends, I would say, are people I met in my nursery school. You know, nursery 1.
Yeah.
Yes. So my nursery 1 friends, 3 of them are still in my life. One gentleman is a major in the army. 2 ladies. One is a lawyer, and the other is a doctor at Kolebu.
Wow,
Even those times, from Mothers of Uganda, I went to St. Monica's Girls, one of the finest girls' schools in all of Ghana, where you don't just get pretty women. You get women with their deep head, intelligent women with fine bodies.
Hey, this one day just giving hype to your school.
Trust me on it. Go look for some Monican girls and you would know. Body, bibia, what you say?
I'm sure Porters will also say the same.
Oh, what is Porters?
Porter girls.
I don't even know what it is. It's only my school. I know of Porters, of course. I'm just kidding. Wonderful. So from St. Monica's, you know how we used to wait for a year or two?
Yeah.
When you completed SHS? Yeah. So there was a time where we had communication centers in neighborhoods where, I mean, if you needed to speak to your mom right now, you would have to call there, book an appointment that you would be calling around 5 p.m. So your mom should be at the place to receive you. Wow. So I will take the message, walk to your mother's house, tell your mother that Obana's your best friend 5 now, and then the call comes and then. So that's what I used to do. And one of the times, a gentleman called to book an appointment for his haircut to check if the place wasn't so busy. And I responded, says, wow, you have a great voice. Said, I do. Thank you. Says, when I come, I will see you. Then he came in. He saw me, says, oh, you even speak better. And I've always been a reader. So the gentleman came and says, do you know about radio? Do you know I'm a radio presenter? I said, wow, you talk on radio? He says, yes. No, I don't know how it goes. It's okay. Can I pick you up and you go see how it is like? Wow. So one of my day offs, I told my dad, I went with him. It was then just GBC radio in Kumasi. GBC, that the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation radio in the Ashanti region. And his name is David Akwete. He's still a media man, currently with Love FM in Kumasi. He took me there. It was an amazing experience, seeing all the consoles, the microphones, and I met the late Wendy Norte, and God rest her soul, reading, and that woman had a voice, and she had this charisma. At that time, even on radio where they were not seeing her makeup is always on point because she was also, she was the daughter of the actress Grace Norte, a very beautiful lady. She died quite early, God rest her soul. So I saw her reading and she was reading like she was singing. And I was overwhelmed. And when she was done, I said hello to her. And she said, oh, let me give you some old bulletins and go and rehearse. So she dashed me some old bulletins and I went to read it and I would look into the mirror and listen to myself and it was amazing.
So you got exposed to the media world whilst you were not even in media school?
No. So I went to see the place and nothing really came out of that experience. But then I got to know what radio is. And I'm so grateful to the gentleman who discovered me and caused me to look that way. And so when our results came, I was still there. Another presenter came in to get, it was like the bougie barbering shop where all the right people would come, So he came in to have a haircut and he says, you speak very well. So yes, I'm training to be a radio presenter. Now I knew what it was in Enumja. I said, really? Then I'll give you an opportunity. I said, wonderful. So Frema Edunyame, currently with City TV, currently. She used to be a presenter at the then Invisible FM in Kumasi. And she had just been pushed to Fox FM, also in Kumasi. So her space was vacant. And the gentleman that found me next was her co-host. So they used to have this late night program and I was young. I was about 19 years. And this guy says, can you do it? And every of the books I had read, the imaginations I imagined kicked in. And I've always been in Penism, I've always been in Penism. So when you listen to the maturity of my voice and on radio, nobody gets to see you.
Yes,
people actually thought I was
grown woman.
Yes, as in Inyi Kaka. And I had my first experience on radio at the then Invisible FM. My results came and I told my dad that I want to do journalism. My dad was not in support. At the time, Obi Eba Kotek. I want to do journalism. Then it was a diploma.
But what course did you do in school then?
General arts. I studied general arts in St. Monica's, yes. I actually did literature and English, French, which I had an F for. I don't know why. It's probably because it starts with an F. And I had to rewrite French. And And then Chi, Asante Chi, to make a cheaper.
So when your dad didn't agree to it, what did you do?
He wasn't in support. So I think very early my personality was in vogue. So my dad's brother, his only brother, who was in the States at the time, I was named after my dad's mom. So my dad's brother would call me mom, me, and all of that. And then I had a comm center, so I was the family member that he always had access to because I was working there. So he would always call me with messages for everybody.
Okay.
So he called me and said, when I'm in school, I'm pissing going journalism. My papa said, I said, maybe it was scabby until they buy, you know. He didn't intend that. I don't have the back. So when my dad realized, then I had paid and I had started. And then he had to support that.
Which school?
Yes, IBM&J is still one of the finest journalism schools in Kumasi. Yes.
Okay. And when you entered, was it a place you wanted to be?
Absolutely, because I was already on radio. So I loved the job and I just knew that I needed a formal training to make me credible and even better. So very early in my life, I was schooling and working at the same time. I had great support from my then CEO, Mr. William Riafe, who was also a broadcast journalist and was also an engineer in I think it was in Holland or Germany. And then he came to make the investment. So when he saw a little girl like me with such somebody would say talent or gifts, he was excited and he wanted to see me go very far with my career. He gave me all the support, being a father figure, being a friend, he's the first person that called me Nancy Reagan. He says, he had so much confidence in me. Yes, and imagine being called the wife of a president, you know?
Yes. Wow.
Yes.
So how long did your show last? Your show in Kumasi?
Oh, yes. I did Ultimate. No, that is Invisible then. For a while, I completed school. And immediately I completed school, they sold off the station to Multimedia. And Multimedia turned the channel into a cheap broadcasting, which was not my choice because I was an English-speaking presenter. So I left. I did a little bit of print media, Ohima Magazine, those times. Yes, I worked with Ohima Magazine. And then I went to then another new radio station called Nkoso Radio. So I started doing midday, playing midday, which is, we used to call it, those times we were doing afternoon cools, from 10 a.m. to 12. And then you just have your soothing voice and you'll be playing
the middle.
Yeah, Phil Collins's, the Bryan Adams and the Westlives.
Yes.
And then be saying good afternoon to you. I hope you're sitting in your office and you're enjoying this minute with me, Nancy Adobea Anane. It was amazing.
Oh, wow,
it was
the good old days.
Yes, radio was awesome. I enjoyed radio.
So what were you doing aside the radio? Did you have any other job on the side?
No.
So was the radio paying you then?
During that times when we're in school, we call something Soli, where you go and cover events. And it was like a ritual. They would have an envelope, a white envelope for you. And I was young and I was living with my dad. I had no bills and my dad would take care of me and I still got my Soli to. So I really started dressing up very early because I was enjoying myself because I had a decent home where I didn't need to struggle for food, nor shelter, nor anything. So they were all bonuses. So I was fine. When I went to Nkoso Radio, I was being paid. Yes, I was being paid, so I was fine.
Okay, so let's talk about your journey into coming to Accra.
I was doing great, but a bit to me.
What moved you to Accra?
Something moved me. I realized that I wasn't a tree.
Okay.
And I couldn't stay in the same place forever. Okay. And so I moved out of my comfort zone.
Okay.
You see, I had my family in Kumasi, my dad's house, which at the time was left in my care because my parents were even abroad.
Oh.
So there is space. There is me being madam. There is me having a name and a healthy image in Kumasi, doing something I loved, which had been accepted in Kumasi. What was my business leaving all that and coming to Accra? But something will move you. and you should understand it's life. Sometimes it will be something positive, other times it will be something negative. But whatever changes your location, make sure that you find your feet and you stand and you understand that where you are is new and you have to justify your inclusion. Understand that when you come to a new environment, it's not going to be easy for you. In Kumasi, I was known. I mean, things would come to me. In Accra, I was new. And I had to justify why I had to be given an opportunity. And trust me, for somebody that had enjoyed people just picking me up and saying, oh, you are talented and giving me opportunities, I sat in the marketing office and I was grateful that I studied marketing as well. Otherwise,
Oh, okay.
because I landed in a radio station and the people that I met were people that were popular actors and actresses and big people in Accra. And they were not people that knew me because I'm a Kumasi girl. I was a local champion. And I was in a new environment and I had to sit back. Not because I wanted to. I wanted to be part of them. I thought I had everything it took to be part of them at the time. But they didn't think so.
Wow.
And that was also fine because I had to stay in the back office and plan and design and work along with about 5 other people to make sure that the other presenters who were on air had great brands and great images. Imagine somebody doing what you know you are great at. And you had to plan to protect the person.
Wow.
But hey, in this life, every opportunity for those of us that trust that the steps of the righteous are ordered by God. Those of us that trust that when opportunities meet preparation, there is success. I realize that maybe I need to learn more to become relevant in this field. So that was the time that I said, okay, so after journalism, what did I do? Really, I've not done anything. Let me go back and see what I can do. So I went back and I saw what I could do and I decided that I wanted to be a style coach. It was the style coaching that actually took me to GH1 TV.
Oh,
Otherwise, I would I was at marketing at Star FM. So after the many years, I was stuck in the marketing office at Star FM until...
Is it that you never told anyone that you could do what they're doing?
Ma'am, everybody has a CV.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, they didn't feel it was...
I mean, at the time, there were, if not equally good presenters who had better brands. When I say better brands, more popular brands, because some of them were into acting and other television content.
Okay.
I mean, at the time, you are from Kumasi, you are coming in, the squad is Nash, or the squad is Anita Reskin, the squad is Bulleray, the squad is Kafui Day. I mean, oh yeah, why? That is why we need to think humbly sometimes, because that's the only way you can learn. The moment you start thinking, I am all that, I have arrived, I have all it takes. No, someone else has something over you. Person is an equally good presenter, yeah, speaks almost the same English as you do, has command, has diction at their disposal, yeah. But have you ever been on TV? The person has been on TV and the person is known more than you. Who do you think, for marketing purposes, should be given an opportunity? So sometimes it's not just because people hate us. Sometimes it's because your competition actually has something over you and you just decided not to see.
Today, I'm really learning a lot. I hope you're also learning something today. So, Ma, you said that the style coaching took you to GH1.
Yes.
How did it happen?
So when I was going to GH1 TV, I didn't go as a presenter. I went as the official style coach for EIB Networks. But whilst I was there was another woman. Her name is Apefa. She's now the general manager for Media General's APL, in charge of productions at Media General. And she was head of programs then at GH1 TV. So she came to me and says, "Hey, this Valentine, I want to do something new. What do you think?" Da, 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 da. And I've always had that very sensual personality where I love to talk about love and everything that's got to do with relationships. So anyone that knows me knows that about me.
Okay.
Yes. So she just said, "I want to also pay or let's plan something." We did. She had a plan. She called Giovanni, Caleb, and I. Caleb is currently with TV3 as well. And then we put our heads together and we planned Duvet. And the first one was a success. And they said, "Okay, so do it until the end of February." And we did it. So it was Joe and I hosting it, co-hosting it.
Mm-hmm.
Joe was leading, I was supporting. And then it was amazing. We did it for a while. And at a point, Giovanni had to leave to Media General. And my management then decided that, okay, I should be the one leading.
So when did you find your niche? Would you say the style coaching is something that is you?
It is me, definitely, because I love beautiful things.
Okay.
I love to be beautiful. I love for the people around me to be equally beautiful. I'm a giver. I don't just give substance. I give my knowledge. I give my intellect. So even as a child, whenever it was almost Sunday, I would be asking about the house. I've always cared about how my family and friends look.
Okay.
I've never been the type that there was never a time that I dressed up and I said, "Hey, me down." No. It's about me looking good.
Okay.
And I don't mind other people looking good as well. And that's the only spirit with which you can be a great style coach.
Okay.
Because what it means is that you are able to put the spotlight on other people apart from yourself.
Oh, okay. Let's come to confession.
Okay.
How did you land in confession?
Confession landed me.
How did you get to TV3?
Okay, so Confessions was a concept by TV3 that was in existence before I went there.
Wow.
Yes, and when they came for me, they knew that that is something that they wanted me to do.
Was it something already on air?
No, it wasn't on air.
Okay.
I mean, every station, every good network has concepts and ideas that are in the oven, waiting to be birthed. So every now and then when they think about adding some new content, they go into that idea box and pull out one and say, is this something that Miss Margaret is the name, right?
Yes.
Can be able to do? Oh, I saw this girl on YouTube. I saw this girl on this network. And I think that she has the ability to bring to life this idea we have. So there are people with ideas looking for characters that would fit in. So Mr. Francis Doku had the idea and he looked for those characters.
Because now it's one of the most talked about show.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Because
on Saturday, it's just heavy traffic. Like everybody is looking to confession.
Yeah. Because and we are given the opportunity for people to tell their stories so that those of us who have not done that yet will learn from it. So the concept is beautiful. It is life transforming. It's a concept that is not just for entertainment. It touches the core of societal problems, and that is a solution. And for every society, they are always looking for people with solutions. And TV3 has brought solution to our society with Confession.
Say, how long have you worked in the industry? Looking at your background, you started way back when you were done with high school. And now, how long have you worked, including doing marketing?
Maybe about 20 years. So.
Wow.
Yes, about 20 years.
So what has inspired you to keep up in this field?
It's I thank God for the opportunities, and other times no opportunities, because for like the 4 years or 3 years that I spent back in the office doing marketing at Star FM was a break for me. It was a break for me for over the 10 years that I had been on air. Presenting and being full of myself. It was quite a humbling experience for me. Within that period, I was able to get pregnant, cry, and have my baby, my lovely baby girl. And then after that, I had opportunity to go back to television. Growth, changes, even within the same place. So radio, style coaching, television, variety.
So you talking about your background, you had a very supportive family, a rich family.
I'm not rich. No. We were not rich. We were a decent family.
Okay.
Where, we had a place to sleep, clothes on our back. I never went to bed hungry or anything. We were a decent family. My dad was a responsible father.
Sure. Coming into this field, did you have challenges?
Sure, sir. I struggled for anything because come to think of it, I've never really written an application for a job.
Wow.
When it comes to media.
On a silver platter.
It wasn't on a silver platter, but I never really, because I was always found. Yes. So, the only challenges were the times that I had to be silent when I was not on air.
Okay.
It was not easy because that was change after like 8 years of doing the same thing. And suddenly you have to listen to other people's voices. You are in there, your voice was being heard before, and suddenly you had to listen to other people's voices. It was my period of quiet. And there was a tree song, a tree gospel song that says that, so nyame edu kusia ayana osiesie. So do kusia na otnetne. So
coming to our topic for the day, how does one find his niche? How do young people in media today find their niche? How can they find their niche?
So I'm currently with TV3 doing confessions, and it's very different from having a sex talk show on my other network. How did TV3 notice that I had the ability to host that kind of content?
Okay.
Why didn't they also design another sexual content, quote and unquote, for me to host? Because because the energy, the resource, the attention, the skill exhibited when I was doing the sexual content was evident, such that somebody realized that beyond the sex content is another wonderful presenter or woman who can do something else like confessions, touching the core of societal issues and bringing understanding. So yes, I was doing my sexual content, but I didn't hold myself back on my knowledge. I didn't just go on the network only as a sexy kogome. I went there as a smart woman. I went there as a godly woman. I went there as an intelligent woman. I went there as a woman who could be, think on her feet and do amazing other things. And I think that they noticed it. But what are you super good at? What comes to you naturally? What do you do that doesn't feel like work? It's almost like joy to you. Imagine doing what we are doing and getting paid for it.
Yes.
Amazing. So if you are great at what you do, it's essential. There are those characteristics that would come to play. Watch out for them and know what you do exceedingly well without sweat. It comes to you naturally. There are those of us who are born with certain skills that, you listen to women like Anita Reskin and you know that they are born for this. Or Dakra, sorry, now I'm prepping and I'm from presentation. Or there are other great women all over Ghana that I say are extremely skillful. And there are those who were not born with it, but were passionate enough and hardworking enough to find their feet and themselves in there. So having the natural skill alone doesn't cut. You would need hard work and you would need passion to make it work.
Okay. So what are you going to tell the young people coming up? A lot of now the gate is very big. Everybody wants to enter, but the steps to enter is different. What are you going to tell a young person watching you right now?
My purpose has always been to impact. And sometimes people want to impact, but what do you have that you intend to impact? What is in your head that you want to share? What personality do you have that you want other people to look up to? What virtues, what values do you have? It is what you possess that will cause the universe and God to give you support and push you. The universe wants good things.
That's true.
There are popular people that people do not want to be associated with. There are popular people that parents would wish their children would become like them. God judges the intentions and the motives of men. We didn't come to become popular. No, we came to serve humanity. We came to make positive impacts. And we have made sure that there are certain principles and great values that we possess, that we can hand down to the next generation.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Nancy. Today has been very educative. Today has been inspiring. I know you've heard everything. There's nothing I can add to it. This has been the Ladies in Media show. Thank you so much for staying with us. My question today is by Ruba Kells. So if you love what I'm wearing, just go on IG and search Ruba Kells, and she will make you a lovely outfit for any occasion that you want. Thank you to my crew as well for holding me down today.